What's shaking, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Smiths. And once again, big shout out to Daisylusion for sending the non-album tracks that I didn't have for a while. And ultimately, shout out once again to Han Solo for sending the album discography. So yeah, we're back with another bonus tune from the self-titled album era. And it's Jeane, Jeane. So yeah, it's a female name. I don't know if it's one of those names where, you know, like Kelly or Tracy, where you actually see both men and women with that given name. But yeah, without any knowledge in that regard, I would expect it to be about a woman of, you know, that name, and perhaps we'll get a narrative, maybe it'd be more a snapshot in time, maybe more a depiction, flattering or otherwise. Either way, it's a single word title and it's a name. Not sure, you know, what to make of it in advance. Let's find out. This is the Smiths. The tune is Jeane, and it's a bonus track included in the extra folder from the era of their self-titled debut album. A lot of energy. Repetition of it's a cool tune. For lack of a better word, I'm going to say it was a bit, I don't know, zanier feels too strong, but it was a bit more out there, a bit more wild, I guess, than some of their tunes, which had this more kind of melancholy, smooth feeling. So again, it was very energetic from the start, and then his vocal delivery, it seemed a bit more, it had more of those like vocal flutter moments, you know, those little like, not hiccup, but those little, you know, where he sort of quickly adjusts the tone and comes back down. So he, you know, he does a lot of that sort of, you know, almost like liquidy, like evolving tonal sound, like in his normal singing. But here he felt like a bit more erratic, but on purpose, like he was, you know, sort of playing and like jerking around the vocal tone like during some of the lines. So it was a very interesting song overall in performance in terms of the tone and kind of attitude that came across relative to some of their other tracks. And then it was like, I'm trying to think of like when it first started, what was the line that caught my attention? It was like, so he was like talking about the woman, and he was saying like this house, and obviously he's talking about, we tried and we failed, we tried and we failed. And then, this isn't a house, it's a grave, but it was like something about like, was it the sink and everything? It sounds like everything's dirty, and it's perhaps a physical reflection of the state between them. So it's like, if your domestic environment is putrid and falling apart and so on, then perhaps that speaks to what, connection you may have now after, failing. So it felt like there was maybe some like visual, like thematic connection to the concept, like literally and figuratively. But there was like a line that, of course, now I'm blanking on. This often happens because then I like think about something, sonic detail or something, or maybe a later line that then my brain sort of focuses on. It's like, oh wait, there was another line. There was something in between that like caught my ear, but in the moment I'm forgetting what it was. So I'll have to go back and re-listen, which again, that's, throughout my musical history, that's what I've done. I listen to a tune, I catch a bit, listen to more, I catch a bit more, and then usually again, half dozen or so listens, I start to get a good sense of what all the lines are. These days it tends, excuse me, to happen more quickly because people who know these tunes, they'll talk about the lyrics or just write some of them out in the comments below the reaction. But yeah, there was some other aspect that I was curious, like how that related to the implied narrative between these people and the death. Oh, the idea that it's not a home, it's a grave. Like, it felt, the idea that they're dead here. Perhaps that was it. So that, if anything's going to happen, it won't be here between them because this place that they made their own is a grave. So again, I don't know, there could be a specific reference here, it could be like a real person named Jeane, or it could be a name that's used as an analog for someone that, everybody knows who they're talking about. But if that's the case, like, I'm not in the in crowd in that regard, I don't know any reference. But if it is just a narrative, it's really interesting because it sounds like, a relationship that died a long time ago, and now everything about it is indicative of its state. In any case, shout out once again to daisylusion for sharing these tunes. Shout out, of course, to Seb for sharing the Morrissey stuff, and again, Han Solo for sharing the proper Smiths albums. And yeah, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.